All right, y'all. A loyal supporter on my Patreon has given us the opportunity to have an inside look into a recent European style Shonen Jump. What you see here on Twitter is the French version of their profile, Manga, Issho, France, and as you can see here, here are all the other ones for Dutch, Spain, Italy, Germany, and so on, right? This is the first ever collaborative manga work amongst European countries where they decided to come together and create a manga magazine compilation of the best works from each European country, from top European manga publishers. And this is pretty awesome. I gotta say, I once did try to submit my work uh, a long time ago into this French manga magazine and this German one. And they responded and they said, the French one said, your stuff is too dark. That's not what we do. The German one said, your stuff is not good enough. And of course, best believe it was not, you know. And I gotta say that the European manga market has an extremely high standard. The barrier to entry into these publishers, which we're going to be looking at, we're going to be looking at the different publishers, the German one, the French one, and maybe a few other ones. And we're going to see what makes them so different, right? But this is a first ever type of project that they're doing. Now, this is published in different languages throughout Europe, mostly French, German, and Italian, I think. I don't think there's an English version, right? And this creates, in a way, a form of gatekeeping because most English speakers have been jacked in the head, unfortunately, with cultural Marxism. English, the language, has been used as a weapon to destroy cultures, right? It has been used as a dagger that they tell you that it's imperative that you learn this language to communicate with the rest of the world, but at the same time it is to spew all kinds of cultural Marxist ideas within your own culture. Now, I personally like English. It allows me to express ideas I can't express in my original language, but at the end of the day, it's still a weapon that has been used to pretty much deconstruct reality as we know it, right? And of course, this is not good news. So this serves as a form of gatekeeping, which is good, right? So this is their Twitter. Now we're going to look at the video that a coffee supporter emailed me because he made this purchase of the magazine itself, and here it is. So we're going to see him page right through things. It's only 4 minutes, and I'm going to commentate on it, and then we're going to go ahead and check out their website over here, right? Manga Issho, and check out all these publishers here that publish their manga individually, right? So let's check out this video made by the bro who sent it to me. So this is the magazine, and it definitely got all kinds of premium action when it comes to the paper quality. Definitely, right? I know a few of these artists here. I follow them on Instagram, so it's pretty cool to see them in this manga magazine. Now, immediately, y'all, when you just look at the quality, bro, this is premium peak A rank level, right? There's one guy here I would consider S rank, but all the manga in here is A rank and up. There was one guy actually who falls under B rank, but nonetheless, the fact that all the artists in this manga magazine, I mean, just look at that. The fact that there's such a strictness with quality and technical skill is rather profound. And it makes you wonder as to who is training these European artists. Do they have workshops? I know the French do. Do the Germans have it? See this manga here, this one Cold. I follow the artist. She's actually a sister of one of the artists that's in here as well. They're from Germany. Really amazing stuff, So it makes me wonder as to how is it that these people are fairly young, I would say, and they could achieve this level of skill, in such a short amount of time. How is that possible? Could it be that if I quickly pause right here, could it be that because a lot of cultural Marxism has infiltrated throughout all of Europe, the whole world, yes. But, it's hard to preach Marxism in German, right? It's not so simple because at the end of the day, it's the CIA funding all of this garbage. It's NATO, and most of their garbage is spewed with English. So maybe that form of gatekeeping, having people still get taught in their original languages in their schools, right? Created a barrier that allowed them to focus on their personal interests, right? And shielded them from a lot of BS and a lot of rhetoric and propaganda that allows you to be lazy, which allowed them to actually be hardworking and focused. It's a possibility because that's how Japan was. Japan has fallen now. It's over. It's not. It's gone, right? Let's just face the facts. It's gone. Population is going down like by the hour, and all kinds of foreigners going there, dancing on the trains, and causing a damn mess. And the Japanese are bearing with it because they need that foreign dollar to come in because they can't sustain their own industries anymore. So Japan is doomed. But here we are, as Japan is disintegrating, the Europeans, what's left of them, they are out here saying, we're going to release this manga magazine quarterly. Now, definitely that's very slow, but it's within the circumstance. And it's completely understandable, especially when the quality is this high, right? And I would say this is the most sustainable way of going about it. See, I would say also that the cultural consumption of manga in Europe, I don't have much of an idea how they consume manga there, especially if they haven't been Americanized, right? If you have been Americanized, there's a certain way you consume anything, right? Because you are brainwashed thanks to American propaganda and movies and so on, right? Me included. But I managed to remove a lot of the brainwashing. And so I really wonder the cultural way of consuming manga in Europe, how does it work? How do they express themselves when they consume? How do they talk about the craft? You know, is it like old school artists, how they took the craft so seriously, as if it's a gathering of philosophers and doctors discussing their achievements and breakthroughs and art techniques and whatnot? Could it be like that? Because if it is, that's awesome. Because when we look at what we are exposed to, English speakers, it's mostly Americanized creators. And we see that it's got 90% of hunchbacks running around, just giggling about everything and saying, I'm doing this for fun, drawing testicles all over the place. There doesn't seem to be a respect for the craft, right? So I really wonder if there's a European, hey, bro, I mean, you're in Europe. The guy who sent me this, maybe you can hop on for a podcast and tell us how does the cultural consumption of manga actually works that side. That'd be very good to know. But yeah, look at the premium quality, y'all. This is all premium. Now this one seems ultra simplified, but nonetheless very good quality. There's such a deep understanding of the craft amongst all these works that I am seeing, that it makes me believe that They had to be trained. They had to be. Now I gotta put a pause on this one. Now this one, man, I knew it ain't gonna be sunshine and rainbows like through and through. Now this one seems a little bit too rainbow for me. This character here looks like a dude, and these dude, does this look like a female to y'all? I hope it is, but it sure as heck does not look like one. I know this artist, and she can draw females that look like females. So for this one to look like a dude with girly eyes is kind of off-putting. This having just, I don't care the fact that this is S rank. I'll consider this S rank level art. I do not care. If you're going to put that rainbow stuff in here, this is the inception. This is the infiltration. This is how it starts. And next thing you know, the whole thing becomes subverted. You know, this is how it starts. So I knew it ain't gonna be sunshine and rainbows that all of Europe gonna save the day. Because you got two dudes kissing each other. That just ain't right. I mean, look at that. There ain't no curves, nothing flat.com. Nah, bro. Nah, it just looks off. This is not, it doesn't look like a female, and this confusion is part of the problem that